to Hila's OTV, your favorite place to be, and I am back with another freaking reaction video, baby. And today, you guys, I'm gonna be reacting to King Von, Friends Become Enemies. So of course it has Quando Rondo right here. So it looks like, you know, before they became enemies, they were friends. I seen one of their lives and stuff. So I guess this is gonna tell how they became enemies. I really want to know, so I know you guys really want to know. So before we get into, my bad, yeah, but I really want to know, so I know you guys really want to know. So before we get into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell if you're new to the channel, because at 10K subs I'm doing a $100 giveaway via Cash App, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and join the Low Crew, because Low Crew is the best crew of all crews, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into it.
People told me you and Youngboy was beefing or something like that. What happened?
They be saying a lot. It's like we got the same issues and holes and then, you know how the internet will try to make it. But it ain't nothing too serious, nothing you should worry about.
5 people were shot overnight in downtown Atlanta. 2 of them died, and now investigators are working to figure out what led up to the violence.
Just keep breathing, cuz.
You got it. My phone.
Yeah. Quando was on live. I didn't even know he did this live.
Alright, what's up everybody? We gotta talk about this King Von situation. Rest in peace. It's tragic. Everything that could have went wrong that night. Von was shot in the parking lot of the Monaco Hookah Lounge right in the center of downtown Atlanta after this huge brawl with Quando Rondo's crew and a couple of undercover police. Everything was captured on surveillance cameras with multiple angles, and I've seen so many rumors and fake stories circulating. The stuff about Dirk buying all the tickets to Quando Rondo's next show, news sites posting Snapchats from a fake Quando Rondo account calling King Von Queen Von. That's all fake. We don't have to invent stories. Reality is already crazy. People don't even know. There was almost a second shootout the night Von was killed. After the chaos in the parking lot at the hookah spot, both crews rushed to the hospital and went to the same one. That's why Quando Rondo went immediately to Instagram Live when he got to the entrance at the Great...
That nigga seen bro and them at the same hospital and got scared and went live. Fake ass street niggas on my son. It'll have been another episode at that fuck with the media hollering these niggas pussy. Dang.
Memorial Hospital.
Just keep breathing, cuz. Come on.
And while they moved Von's body on the highway 8
I didn't even know they was at the same hospital. That's crazy.
from the hospital to the morgue, Atlanta police were in the very same hospital charging Quando Rondo's boy Lil Tim for the murder of King Von. Now, not only is Lil Tim fighting this felony murder case, but something people don't know is he's already fighting a conspiracy case in Georgia. After this year-long investigation took down a trap house in Savannah, confiscating 15 pounds of kush, $16,000 cash, and a bunch of guns. And if you're online even a little bit, you've seen the rumors circulating that NBA Youngboy is responsible for Von's death. We saw close NBA Youngboy affiliates going immediately to IG Live as soon as it happened, laughing at Von being killed.
The jokes are you this, now you getting wrapped down.
So that's that Von pick. When I seen he got popped, all I could do was laugh. All I could do was laugh.
Now, we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Young Po. Let's go.
I gotta have it all. Niggas will raise the ball. I'm on my partner, one call. We'll get all of y'all. You can big shit like Luke King. I bet it.
Rondo's ever gotten in his career. He was never a headliner. He's not a huge artist, but now he's in the position where he's playing to say, but this is the most attention Quando Rondo's ever gotten in his career. He was never a headliner. He's not a huge artist, but now he's in the position where he's playing up the role of the bad guy. Dropping that song, addressing the King Von situation, shooting that video, dressed up as the guy who killed him, Lil Tim. He's been wearing bulletproof vests everywhere, getting all his shows canceled. And what makes the situation worse, at one point, King Von and Quando were cool with each other.
63rd niggas up. Dirty ass niggas.
That's a video from a year ago of the two of them before a show in Atlanta, cracking jokes and making fun of Von's ops together. But realistically, this relationship was not gonna last. And yes, NBA Youngboy is involved.
Youngboy
The YB situation was just too real, it was just too good. All of us got a real bond, so I don't f that music shit. Like, you feel me? This shit is way deeper than that.
The reason Youngboy is mentioned in this is because he has ties with both Quando and Vaughn. Quando was the first artist signed to Youngboy's Never Broke Again label. They've been real close ever since, making music, doing shows. They even tag team jumped their own security together.
Y'all, do anybody know why they jumped their own security? Like, dang.
And when Youngboy was beefing with Kodak Black a couple years back, Quando showed his loyalty by going on IG Live and burning Kodak's merch.
Man, it's up. Man, we on some NBA shit, man. Tell them to don't send me shit, man.
Look, what I know so far about Quando is that he is a rider for NBA Youngboy. If NBA Youngboy don't like somebody, he don't like them. That's the type of person he is. I'm personally not that type of person, but you know, some niggas just like that. They like, if he don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. That's just how it is. But honestly, I do get why he's like that, because he signed to NBA. I now know that he signed to NBA. I didn't even know that at first, but
he even went to New York and got him.
Like, NBA Youngboy started beefing with Kevin Gates. He don't like Kevin Gates. NBA Youngboy started beefing with what he just said just now. What was his name? I got a short-term memory.
Team jumped their own security together.
They own security, bruh. I had to rewatch this.
And when Youngboy was beefing with Kodak Black a couple years back,
Yeah, Kodak Black.
showed his loyalty by going on
Then it was
IG Live
Vaughn.
and burning Kodak's merch.
Man, it's up. Man, we on some NBA shit, man. Tell them to don't send me shit no more, man.
He even went to New York and got into a brawl in Brooklyn with Kodak's artist, Tutu G's. According to Tutu, Quando got slapped, people were throwing chairs, it was chaos. Now, thankfully, nobody got hurt, but the beef is still on to this day.
Dang,
And
got
Youngboy's got a
beef.
huge list of these industry beefs with people he doesn't get along with. One tension that was slowly building behind the scenes was with him and a new artist out of Chicago named King Von.
What Youngboy talking about on this song, bro? He talking crazy on this thing.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that. On his ass, man. You got cap in your raps.
At this point, Vaughn was just starting to get hot. He had Crazy Story 1 out, the buzz was slowly building. And in March of 2019, Vaughn went on Instagram Live to say that Youngboy was lying in his raps. Youngboy fans were quick in the comments, spamming him to apologize or something was gonna happen to Vaughn in 48 hours. Fast forward
48
a couple
hours.
months to December of 2019. Lil Reese, who's super close to Vaughn, comes out and says he would never do a song with Youngboy. After fans were asking him for a collab, we could see these lines being drawn real quick between Oblak and Youngboy's crew 4KT.
Meet Root. We can save you hundreds on your car insurance. Download the app today.
Fast forward again, 4 months ago. These photos surface of Vaughn holding hands with Youngboy's ex-girl and baby mama, Jania. At the same time, Vaughn was tweeting subliminals about posting some other dude's girl, doing stuff that would have him stop claiming his kids. It didn't take long for Youngboy to match that energy and go out and do a song with King Von's ex-girl, Asian Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another. And
I wonder if that live that King Von did, like, was that really the original, like, start of everything, or like was it a reason he actually got on live and was like NBA Youngboy capping, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know, I feel like something went down behind the scenes that we just don't know about, because I just feel like him and NBA Youngboy was cool at first. Not like best friends cool, but you know, they didn't have no type of animosity or nothing. Like, they wasn't studying each other, so I don't know what happened.
It didn't take long for Youngboy to match that energy and go out and do a song with King Von's ex-girl, Asian Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another. And the whole time, people like 600 Breezy from Chicago were hyping Von up, saying stuff like, I love what you're doing, we know what you're doing, hashtag Rapper K. So he's saying rapper killer. Basically, he's cryptically talking about Youngboy, who then responded indirectly, but super directly at the same time, by saying, I'm gonna make sure my son F's your daughter since her troll. Now this tension kept building and building behind the scenes. Von's even got subliminals about YoungBoy on this new album he dropped last month, Welcome to O-Block. On the song Mine 2, Von says outright that he's got beef in Louisiana and the other dude doesn't know it. He's rapping that gangster shit, now he's got a show. So when the news hit last month that Von got killed in a confrontation with YoungBoy's artist, theories started to circulate that it was YoungBoy who ordered the hit. 2 days after Von was killed, a fan uploaded an old unreleased song from YoungBoy and titled it like it was a King Von diss called Let Them Shots Off. Now this was pure clickbait, but the video still managed to go to number 8 on trending on YouTube, and it's not about King Von at all. And I saw fans starting to go back into YoungBoy's catalog, reading into his lyrics, looking for clues. One song in particular, they claim predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. The song is called Dead Trolls, and at one point in the song, YoungBoy talks about planning to rob somebody in Atlanta. He talks about leaving his ops dead and mentions D Rose being away from the Chicago Bulls home. You connect the lyrics, King Von was staying in Atlanta, he got killed in Atlanta. D Rose was a point guard for the Chicago Bulls, but in Chicago drill, D Rose was an infamous O-Block shooter who got 40 years for a murder. He's been shouted out on numerous tracks by Chief Keef, and even Von, who's got photos side by side with him. And this song Dead Trolls just happened to drop shortly after these photos surfaced of King Von holding hands with Jania.
That is suspicious now. And some of y'all, some people really, not y'all, I don't know if it's some of y'all watching that think this, but some people really think it was Lil Durk that set King Von up. Out of everybody, they think it was a sacrifice for Lil Durk. I don't know how that connects. I don't know how Lil Durk connects with Lil Tim and Quando Rondo, but I guess they think Lil Durk working with them. I don't know, but it's confusing. I don't know why people think that. Like, obviously this song predicts the death. Like,
YoungBoy's ex-girl. Now, before we get carried away, no, I don't think this song
here's the proof right here.
predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. I don't think YoungBoy cooked up some Louisiana voodoo to make that happen. In reality, the Atlanta line could be about anybody. Half the industry's in Atlanta, and YoungBoy beefs with half the industry. JD Youngin, Fredo Bang, their beefs are well documented. Both of them got tension with YoungBoy, and both of them record in Atlanta. So, no, I don't buy it. Truth is, Von's manager says this incident was personal between Quando and Von.
This has nothing to do with YoungBoy doing a song with Asian Darling. That has nothing to do with this, right?
No. This has to do with Von being the person he is, and then he don't like all that sneak this, social media stuff.
And as those tensions escalated between both camps, word is Quando had been talking shit behind the scenes about Von for quite some time, to the point where Von said if he caught someone from that camp, he was putting hands on. And this music industry's small, you're gonna run into people, especially in Atlanta. That's where all the good studios are, producers, label offices, Quando Rondo's.
I feel like after the NBA YoungBoy situation, well, when the YoungBoy and King Von situation was going on, when they were trying to be petty towards each other, I think that's when Quando kind of like, because he said Quando was talking mess, so I feel like Quando Rondo was like, he just leaning from King Von and just gonna go to, you just gonna be on the NBA YoungBoy side, and was talking mess about King Von. And somebody probably was messy and be like, Quando Rondo talking mess about you, you know what I'm saying? King Von don't like that, so you know, that's what happened. And then what happened. That's what I feel. That's what I feel went down personally.
Georgia, Dirk and Von are both based out there too, so this was only a matter of time. Now, the Monaco, Atlanta, that's where all the good studios are, producers, label offices. Quando Rondo's from Georgia, Dirk and Von are both based out there too, so this was only a matter of time. Now, the Monaco Hookah Lounge is right in the center of downtown Atlanta. King Von's been to that spot before. It's a popular place, but it's also a red zone for shootouts. 3 people have been killed at this place in the last year alone. That's why there were undercovers patrolling the area that night and at the venue. Now, the first reports that came out,
they didn't do a good job then.
confusing.
For real though, they did not do a good job. It was already officers up there. They could have at least prevented the fight, at least. Like, and that fight kind of went for a while. Like, they could have did something before anything even escalated. You know what I'm saying? All them group of men, and then the cops finally want to do something after somebody gets shot. Like, really?
Had shot Von. We even saw dispatch calls from Chicago PD telling their officers that Atlanta police had shot Vaughn and to move with caution around O Block because emotions would be high.
Last night in Atlanta, police shot King Von and two of his people. Social media is
So they tried to lie.
They're upset with the police. So if we have any jobs in Parkway, send 2 cars. Keep your eyes open. Be wary. They're not happy with the police over there.
We later found out 3 separate crews were involved. Vaughn's crew, Quando's crew, and the undercover police. Now, nobody knows what set Vaughn off, but Vaughn's manager says that night he wasn't himself. Vaughn was celebrating his album release at Opium nightclub a few hours earlier. He was supposed to go back to his Airbnb around 2:30 in the morning, but he suddenly decided to switch routes midway and go to this hookah spot on Trinity Avenue about 10 minutes away. Now, Vaughn cannot carry weapons himself. He's been fighting that case with Dirk in Atlanta for close to a year. They got strict guidelines to follow, but he knows his status. Usually Vaughn travels with 3 to 4 security, a bulletproof truck, and his guys from Chicago. But on this night, he left Club Opium by himself with 1 driver and 1 other car, leaving that fleet of security behind. When Vaughn got to the hookah spot, he waited for 30 minutes in the car, and his security finally got word of his new location change and immediately rushed over to get to him. The whole time, Quando Rondo just happened to be in the same parking lot at that same hookah spot, napping in his McLaren. I know coincidences can happen, but this one's pretty big. What are the chances that King Von randomly decided to change routes and go to a hookah spot where somebody that he doesn't like happens to be at? One of Von's friends spots Quando and goes back to tell Von, and on the CCTV camera we see Quando making his way over to this white SUV, scanning the area cautiously. Shortly after, you see Von leaping out of his own car, going looking for Quando. As soon as Vaughn sees Quando, he starts throwing punches. Vaughn is unarmed, but his crew is swarming Quando quickly. That's when Quando's bro Lil Tim hops out the white SUV, pulls a pistol out, and fires off 5 shots, hitting Vaughn in the chest and thighs. Bullets also graze Vaughn's manager, who is in the mix of it. All hell breaks loose. Vaughn's bro Slutty, who was right next to Vaughn when the brawl started, was the first person to return fire once Vaughn gets shot.
He a real
Tim
one.
in the leg once, but then his gun
He a real one on God.
jams, so he can't finish the job. Now this actually saves Lil Tim's life. Him getting shot in the leg drops him to the ground, making him a non-threat to the undercover police who were creeping around back in the adjacent parking lot. With Lil Tim on the ground and Slutty standing over him with a jammed up Glock, Slutty turns and runs into the adjacent parking lot towards the undercovers, who start ringing off shots and hit both Slutty and another O-Block guy named Louis in the head, killing Slutty on the spot and leaving Louis in critical condition. This whole time, Quando is still tangled up with King Von, who's just been shot a bunch of times and has paralysis in the bottom half of his body. According to Von's manager, Quando was screaming, "Von shot, Von shot." And on camera, it looks like he leans in and holds close to Von, either trying to help him or take his chain. It's hard to say which. But eventually, Von's brother Muap runs over and knocks Quando in the head, separating him from Von, where they can now pick him up and escape in the getaway vehicle. Unfortunately, even though the hospital was just 10 minutes away, doctors could not save his life. And now, we're left in...
I honestly feel like Quando probably didn't want King Von shot at first. But, you know, since Lil Tim is Quando's friend, you know, he gotta have Lil Tim back. So, I mean, he's gonna be with Lil Tim regardless of what Lil Tim did. But I feel like Quando was just shocked at the fact that, you know, King Von was really shot dead in front of him. Because he was probably thinking in his mind, like, dang, they was cool at one point in time. And then, you know, he just shot dead. So I feel like he was just shocked and didn't know what to do. I don't think he was really stealing his chain. Because I don't think Quando Rondo, like, why would Quando Rondo try to steal his chain? I don't know. It's confusing. People say he tried to steal his chain. I don't know.
Yeah.
But why would he try to steal his chain while saying King Von shot, King Von? I don't know, bruh. It's weird.
Yes, sir, man. Rest in peace, King Von, man.
You're talking about 2 clicks with huge influence, money, and power. The very next day, we saw 600 Breezy hitting the freeway at 150 miles an hour, leaving Chicago to go to Baton Rouge as a declaration of war with NBA YoungBoy's crew 4KT. Breezy is also openly talking about revenge on socials, leaving kissy emojis underneath Von's killer's IG page. Several days after everything happened, Von's childhood bro, Mimo600, went to Savannah, Georgia to film a music video in Quando Rondo's neighborhood. I think he filmed it in the housing complex close by. Regardless, point is, nobody's squashing nothing. And while Mimo was out there in Quando's neighborhood, this girl DMs him saying they should link up while he's there. After doing some research on the girl, Mimo finds her in a Quando Rondo music video just last year. It was a setup, a backdoor attempt.
See, y'all can't trust these females now. That's what happened to Mo3. This is like something that happened to Mo3. He tried to mess with a female, and I feel like that female personally set him up, because how did the killer know that Mo3 was there? And she talking about, you and Savannah, we should link. Like, you cannot trust these females, bro. She was trying to be slick.
In Quando's home city. And you've heard that theory, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. That's playing out in real time. But it's not just the industry that's affected by Von's death. We can look at the city of Chicago too. This has been the most violent year in Chicago since 2016.
Dang.
And just like when FBG Duck died, one side was laughing. Well, now it's the other side's turn. As these memes of Von packs are being shared all over the internet, diss songs being made, and people close to Duck just showing Von no signs of sympathy. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it for this video. Rest in peace to Von. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
R.I.P. King Von. R.I.P. King Von. I feel like, yeah, it's not over, honestly. Like, I feel like it's gonna get ugly probably. We'll see in 2021. You know what I'm saying? It's 2021 now, but we'll see what happens later on down the road. His friends is not playing, so I don't know. They seem very serious about getting revenge, so we'll see what happens in the future. But before we end this video off, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below some more videos I should react to. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.